Is week 2 helping this complete stranger turn $1,000 into $100,000? All of this learning trading from scratch. This is officially day 1 of the challenge. You can click the sub button.
950 already? I can't believe we blew that account.
We lost GBP CAD because of bullshit. Fucking wick out, bro. Bro, you know what? We're gonna deposit the full 1,000. So we're back in the game.
So the cash that we're gonna get over yet. Fuck, man.
So right now we are at.
Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
Well, last week we actually ended up blowing the account on our first attempt. On our second attempt, we almost ended up blowing the account, but somehow managed to end off a little bit in profit. Some margin calls, some mistakes, but we learned. Now, on week 2, our goal is to not only scale into more positions, just to end off at $9,000, and on top of that, to make sure that David understands how to properly be patient and wait for those right opportunities. With that being said, let the challenge begin.
What's up, guys? Starting the second week of the challenge, we're trying to get it 2,300 to 9,000 this week. Alex was supposed to be here, but I don't know where he's at right now. So, I mean, is that like a legit bulletproof vest?
Yeah. You didn't get the memo this week? We're going to war with the markets, brother. You're not ready.
It's like that?
Yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh, you have one for me.
Yeah. We're gonna fucking work. Yeah, come on. Oh, it doesn't fit. You think this is a game?
No. Nah, I see, no. You have 2 bulletproof vests, so I guess.
Oh, brother. Have you ever gone to war with the markets? Brother, it's just like you gotta like.
So like that.
Give me a pass, man. Give me a pass, man. Give me another one. Give me a pass. Is week 4 turning $1,000 to $100,000, and we're not fucking around this week. We're going to war to the markets this fucking week. See that right there?
I see it.
You know what that is?
Scar.
Those are battle wounds.
A battle wound.
Yeah, we're in war right now.
We're in war with the markets.
Yes, bro. The market is fighting back. We gotta not back down, brother. All right, we're protected. This is right here. This is our stop loss. You understand? Punch you. Not that hard. Market update, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sunday. It is currently midnight on Sunday. Market right now is at 2,300. We have yet to take a trade. Why? Because the market has just opened and we might take tonight. I'm about to break down the markets we are going to be trading for the week. Make sure you pay attention because last week we went 4 for 4 on every single market that we predicted. And this week we have a lot more than 4 markets with a lot more opportunities. I am the captain of this ship. This is the co-captain.
Greetings.
Of the ship. And together we're gonna sell this bitch to being $100,000 in profit. Let's take off. We're in the same team here, man. Right. All right, so let's break it down. Euro GBP is going to be our first pair that we are interested for the week. So Euro GBP is going to be the first market that we're going to be interested for the week. Right here we have a very strong left head and then right shoulder. We have broken above, creating a strong resistance at this level previously, where we are now here creating resistance, and we're going to expect for price to come back and have a retracement of this neckline before heading to the upside. The 4 hour is already showing some slowdown at this area, how we've done previously and had to push to the downside. So right now we are expecting for the 1 hour, in order for us to enter this counter trend trade, to break retest below to then head to the downside, which will then ultimately lead us to then us come over here and have a retest of this neckline along with the EMA to then head to the upside. This is a counter trend trade, so once we make it here, then we are actually interested in buying. Next is going to be AUD JPY, where right now we are currently bullish. We've had a massive daily rejection candlestick from this structure level here, and if we go down to the 4 hour, we can see an inverted head and shoulders. This inverted head and shoulders is a very clear indication that we are rejecting this area of interest, and I'm waiting for 2 things. Either 1, for us to break below these lows so then we have a new shit to structure for us to buy, or for us to break above this neckline, and then once we break above it, we'll wait for a quick retest so then we enter the trade to the upside. Very clean continuation buys. Next is a very similar trade, which is going to be NZD JPY, which we have the very similar daily pin bar rejection from this area here, and we are below this area of interest. Clearly, whenever we're above, we respect it. Whenever we're below, we respect it. Right now, we're below. I'm interested in buying it once and if we decide to body closure above it. We have to break it, retest it, and then we're going to be interested to having quick buys right up to this resistance. The difference between this and AUD-JPY is AUD-JPY actually shifted the structure and we're bullish, and ZD-JPY is currently bearish. Euro-USD is a very well swing trade that is currently loading up. Right now, it's the first time we've successfully broken above this major level of resistance since November of 2021. So it's been nearly 4 years since we've been above this area, and as of right now, for the first time in 4 years, we've broken above it. So I'm going to be waiting for a quick retest to then take this trade to the upside. Next is going to be our beloved AUD CAD, which is the trade that we took last week that actually took the account to $2,300 in profit, where right now we are extremely bearish, and I'm going to be waiting for price to have a lower high to then continue the sells to the downside. Next, we have USD-JPY, which is a bit of a higher risk trade, but you can see that it's currently creating a very strong left head, right shoulder. Right now, it's creating an additional right shoulder rejecting from this area of interest, along with the daily EMA. So what I'm going to be waiting for is that the 1 hour has a complete shift of structure and breaks below, creates a head and shoulders in order for us to sell. And last and definitely not least is Euro AUD. Euro AUD looks very similar to Euro GBP, left head, right shoulder. We've had a very strong push to the upside, and we're at this area of interest right now, where I am going to be waiting for this other head and shoulders to have a shift of structure, which is going to be a counter trend trade for us to take this trade to the downside. And once and if price makes it all the way to this area, then I'm going to be interested in taking the buy positions, which are more of the swings, all the way to the upside. So Euro AUD and Euro GBP are basically identical. You got that?
I got it.
You sure?
Sure.
You sure?
I'm sure.
This is a lot of markets for the week, brother.
I see, but it's kind of like the last week. Last week was the same thing.
The markets are already fighting back. You gotta be ready.
You just started and look at that.
That's what I'm saying.
The markets are getting physical.
I think it's gonna be a fucking awesome week, honestly.
There's a lot
to
go on.
A lot of different markets. All I can say is, as of right now, it is currently 12:25. Well, it's technically Monday morning. Monday morning. We're gonna stay up for London tonight, see what happens, and don't forget, see you guys throughout the night or in the morning.
Co-pilot.
Set it forget.
Good morning. So market update. Right now it is currently 9:13 in the morning, where we have currently taken the trade, and we are now at $87,000.
I'm about to finish it.
We're not.
We're not even close.
We're not even fucking close. So last night we had some market moves that were pretty decent, but I believe we are gonna potentially execute a trade right now. So let's break it down. So to start off, we have Euro AUD, where right now we are currently having that inverted head and shoulders, higher low, higher high, waiting for that break and retest. Next, we have AUD CAD, where we are finally back up at this area of interest, and we are perfectly retesting this area, how we actually did a couple of years ago. So right now, break retest of this area perfectly, and if I just scoot to the left, you can literally see how I took this exact same trade right here about 2 years ago. So this was July of 2023. So we have the same break retest sell, so that can potentially happen once again here now today.
It's happening. The same thing is happening.
Literally the exact same price action. So I'm gonna wait for this to have bearish engulfing candlesticks, so I enter. USD JPY, it's currently having the break of the head and shoulders, where right now I'm gonna be waiting for the break of the neckline, then the retest of it to then sell. AUD JPY, we had the push last night. We technically missed it, but wasn't really my most exciting entry, so I'm gonna wait for this to have the pullback. NZD JPY, same exact thing, had the push, but I'm gonna be waiting for this to have a little bit of a retracement to then buy. And Euro GBP, no break and retest to sell. Euro USD, no retest to then buy. What do you think?
Good. We have, I think, a really good week ahead of us.
What trade do you like the most out of all of them?
Yeah, AUD.
AUD CAD.
And I mean, you took it before. So you can expect actually something you know, out of it.
Last time I took it down here was a loss, but when I took it 2 years ago, it was a fat win. Super fat win. So I think we're gonna have this. I mean, I would fucking hope so.
So I think with this week, the goal was 9,000, right?
Yeah.
I think with this week we can be $1,000 over.
Yeah, so like 10,000?
Yeah, 10,000.
Shit.
I mean, look at the amount of pairs. It's a really good week, I would say.
Yeah.
What's
That's
up,
good.
David? How does it feel like to be week 2 in the challenge?
Awesome. Interesting. Enthusiasm.
What are you most excited for this week?
Getting to 9K? Actually, surpassing 9K.
So what were some of the things you learned last week?
I mean, last week we started now actually doing the actual live trading, and I mean, I was doing the whole course thing, and I mean, of course, you learn a lot of the technicals and everything, but now seeing it live, how it moves and how it behaves, is just way more type of learning.
Do you feel confident this week being the co-pilot that majority of the decisions are going to be based off of?
My person?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Of course, I've been studying, I've been seeing the last week how it was, so I think I'm ready to take the leap.
And apart from the whole trading thing, how's your fitness goal going? How much are you weighing right now?
Good. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but when I came to the house, I was at 236. Now I'm at 225. Still 25 pounds more to go, but hey, progress. It's just week 2, right? Week 2, and I already lost 11. I think in the remaining weeks I can. I'm 100% that I'm gonna draw the other 25 remaining.
Well, I'm gonna let you study now, let you do your thing. First of all, let me see if you were studying.
And how
Check
really?
the chicken scratch is this.
Look, I have a lot, but I doubt anybody's gonna understand this. Except my doctors in the chat. If I have doctors, they will for sure understand it. Nobody else.
All right, boys, trade update. Right now it is currently 1:06 in the afternoon, and today has consisted of just
Looking.
literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
But let me show you, the markets have done stuff, but we haven't executed on it. Just to show you, the account is in the exact same spot, no new positions. AUD CAD right now, we are currently having a larger pullback from this area than we expected. We're still going to be waiting for sales sometime tonight in London. Next is going to be USD JPY, which earlier this morning we broke below very strongly from this area, but we managed to retest above and not actually close below it. So this is why you always have to wait for the candlestick to close. The daily time frame looks like a very strong rejection, which is going to close in 4 hours. We're going to wait for that. Euro AUD, we have indeed broken below this left head right shoulder, and I'm going to be waiting for a retest to then sell. This is probably going to be my #1 trade, and I'm most likely going to be taking this trade tonight. If you notice, last time we had a strong bearish engulfing from this area. We had a retest and then sold, and we actually entered that position and made a ton of money right here. Very clean break retest, and as you can tell right here, we're literally getting the exact same thing. Clean break retest. NZD JPY basically hit the take profit, never pulled back. AUD JPY on the way to the take profit, never pulled back. And Euro GBP is having a very clean reaction from this resistance, creating another potential daily doji, which we're going to be waiting for the exact same thing as Euro AUD. Break retest to then sell. So it's gonna fucking work out and touch it. Ah! Oh yeah. Feel good to work on it, you know what I'm saying? Can you do that?
I can, but it's not gonna look as good as you.
Why are you looking at me like that? It's kind of
Like what? I'm looking dead in your eye. You're the one looking, you're the one looking under.
Hop in the car, watch you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have now made it to Mexico after a long drive across the border.
See?
We're gonna teach this motherfucker how to drift right now. So do you know? What? Yeah. Do you know how to drift?
I think I barely even remember how to drive manual.
So you've driven manual before?
Yeah, but I mean, in Colombia, like
Right.
you know, like the whole time that I was in my uncle's, I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
I want to say I barely remember how to.
You understand the basic clutch in, first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So this is the same thing, but you're just gonna pop the clutch. You're gonna turn the steering wheel 80 degrees, leave it in first, and then you're gonna counter steer when you're going the other way.
That's it?
Yeah.
The fuck?
All right, so what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna teach you how to drift. I'm gonna teach you how to do a basic donut. When we pull up to the spot, you have about 2 minutes of solid donuts, and then we gotta book it before the cops come or one of us go to jail. And then we're gonna go to the other spot, and then me and Sebas are gonna do some tandem drifting to show you how professionals do.
Okay.
All right?
And when the cops show up, the rock, paper, scissors, right? So we can see who goes to jail, right?
No, we're gonna leave before that. Anything past 2 minutes, we'll go to jail. So yeah, I've timed
So I
this
have
before.
2 minutes
Yeah,
to
2
learn
minutes.
how to drift.
100%. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be timing. You'll be fine. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up hot. Okay, clutch in, go. Wait, one.
They in the way, they gotta move. I'm doing fine.
we successfully blew up the tires in the Miatas. That was a great drifting day, gentlemen. Without that, it would have not been a proper drifting day. Honestly, it was a little bit mid because you did not get much practice in. How did you feel?
I did though. Like I did as thought I was not gonna be able to just like even start it.
Yeah, you almost stalled, I'm not gonna lie. But
No, like what I'm saying, like I had to get the thing, the clutch. But hey, I started, and after that you told me, bump it, and I just fucking.
No, we're gonna actually put you to test for real, because you're gonna go in front and then I'm gonna follow you.
Why?
But market update, right now it is currently 9:29 in the evening, and as of right now we are yet to take any new trades into the account. We have missed some opportunities, but we haven't executed one, and we might execute one in the next 30 minutes. Let me break it down. So starting off the markets with Euro AUD, currently we are creating a very strong left head, right shoulder. The daily time frame is clearly having a reaction from this level. Last time we were here, we had a massive daily bearish engulfing candlestick, which we entered on the next day on the wick pullback retest, and then we caught the sells. We made a lot of money here a while ago. And if you notice, it's the exact same thing happening here. Massive daily bearish engulfing, and right now it's potentially creating that wick pullback. 4-hour time frame head and shoulders, 1-hour time frame, we're already seeing some type of a slowdown along with an engulfing here. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit more confirmation to enter this trade, but this is exactly where I'm gonna look to enter this trade. My stop loss will probably somewhere around here. My take profit somewhere around here. Next is gonna be AUD CAD, where currently we had a very strong daily pullback up into the neckline of this area, and right now we're potentially having a reaction to then sell. The 4-hour time frame has had a beautiful evening star formation, but I can't sell at this low, so I'm going to be waiting for price to kind of give me a little bit more of a pullback, give me what it can potentially look like a double top, or even just a little bit more of a retracement, so the risk to reward makes sense, because right here the risk to reward will not make sense. So the higher up the better, but I am actively looking to enter this trade. Next is USD JPY. So earlier we were looking to sell at the break and retest of this, but we did not get that proper break, so we never sold. This is why you have to be extremely patient and follow your trading plan so you don't enter an unnecessary loss like this. This next trade is now this perfect higher high, higher low, higher high. We're gonna wait for a break and retest to then sell, which is exactly what we waited for here. But if you notice, wasn't a proper break, and on that retest we got no bearish confirmations. Very easy trade to avoid a loss on. Next, and most definitely not least, is going to be Euro GBP, where we have created a double daily doji at this resistance level. Last time we were here, we created multiple daily dojis before heading to the downside, and I can anticipate the exact same thing could happen here. 4-hour time frame is creating a massive double top, but I only want to sell once we can properly break and retest below this area to have a proper trade. NZD JPY and AUD JPY have hit the take profit, so we have missed those trades. No biggie. We got plenty of opportunities currently loading up as we speak. So this right here, I'm going to wait for it to close in the next 27 minutes in order for me to make a decision if I'm going to enter this trade right now. So right now we have a beautiful evening star bearish engulfing candlestick confirmation happening, and I'm going to decide if I enter this trade. I just got the most craziest text. I know I just texted me right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's see what we get into tonight. We're gonna wait to see if we take this trade, and set to forget. All right, guys, market update. It is currently midnight, so we've been here for about like 30 minutes. We're at the music video. Yeah. Well, Anuel was hitting me up because he wanted to use this
Couple cars.
This car for them. Yeah, 2 of these cars for the music video. He's doing like a kind of like an underground vibe, whatever. He wanted me to do donuts in the Miata in it. Trade update. 1 a.m. Right now we are up $1,600.
Say what?
60. Oh, you haven't seen it. $1,600. So I think we're about to get started right now. We've been here an hour, right? We pulled up at 12. We pulled up at midnight.
Around, yeah. I mean, the trade update was at 12, so yeah.
Right now, the Euro AUD is having a very strong push to the downside. AUD CAD is having a double top, and USD JPY has officially broken it, but not exactly what I want, so I'm going to continue to hold this position. So you guys asked me, how do I stay up for London? You should like this.
We should music videos. That's how we stay up.
You're going to be in the music video.
Yeah, no, I know. They asked for me. The J Kid, yeah.
Trade update, 4:16 in the fucking morning. The trade is looking at me. I don't even know where David is. I think David is sleeping behind the bed or something. I don't even know where he is. Trade update right now. Trade is looking very strong. Right now we're up about 2,500 on the account. We are currently having a rejection from here, but I'm not looking to close Euro AUD for now. USD JPY had a very clean break, and we are now retesting to sell. I'm just gonna continue holding Euro AUD. Right now it's 4 o'clock in the morning, so don't forget. I'm gonna take a nap in here. They're almost done supposedly. Check back in. Market update. Last night we did a whole lot of nothing for a long time. Market update right now. It's 1:35 in the afternoon. So we got here around 6 in the morning yesterday, 7 in the morning, and we woke up probably like an hour ago. We are a little bit in drawdown right now. So the market is having a retracement back into the area. So yesterday we were up about 2,500 and almost $3,000 I saw at one point, and now we're back at break even. So let me show you. So yesterday we had a perfect reaction from this left head, right shoulder, perfect break, retest push, and then throughout the whole entire London session, what we were looking at last night, whereas this basically trickle into profit right here. But then basically toward the end of London session and the beginning of New York, or like in the middle ending of London session, price now is starting to have a retracement. So right now we are probably in the worst time to be holding this trade right now at this area, because the market is going to be closing in about 3.5 hours. So the spread is about to get ridiculous. The spread alone can blow us and literally hit our stop loss. So I'm gonna make a decision in the next 30-45 minutes to see if we close this position here at a $400 loss, and then we just potentially re-enter it in London, right? Because we don't want to get the account blown. This is like, this is a major key thing that I've seen happen very consistently. A lot of people blow their accounts or lose a trade when the market closes because the spread goes insane. It literally gets like 7 to 15 times more of what it would normally be. So that can take you out. So I don't know. I don't want to make a decision just yet, because this candlestick in the next 23 minutes can literally just completely have a push to the downside. Another thing is this right here. By the way, I am dropping so much free fire game on these videos. If you guys don't take advantage, you guys are gonna completely miss out. I am literally teaching you guys and David behind the camera or off the camera so much valuable shit that you like I just don't ever talk about. Like, look at this, right? The decision that's gonna help me make if I'm gonna hold this trade or not is this right here. So if you notice, break, retest, look at the time down here, 12, 13, whatever, right? And I'm like, all right, let me see what happened last time price was down here. Well, I took a break and a retest and then a sell. And then on that retracement, it comes right back to my break even at what time? 12, 13, 14, and then it has the push. So all I'm doing is looking left, I'm seeing the same pattern, and then I'm looking at the same time. Same shit should happen again.
It should, right?
Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But it's not. Almost. Go, give it a shot. Wait, the mouse. Seba, give it a punch. wait. Bro, punch it, man.
Again?
Yeah, punch it like you mean it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, wow.
Punch it now.
He's gonna fucking...
Oh! Yo, that's perfectly fine. Oh, yo, no way. Did the screen break? Bro, did you break the screen? You broke the screen? Well, we're officially down a screen. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
You're not welcome.
We're gonna take this off of the top of the 100,000 that we're gonna make here. Thank you.
Now we have to make 104,000.
Brother, that's fine. You know? So we're gonna basically make a decision here in the next 30 minutes to see if we decide to hold or close. Then we have AUD CAD, where we're gonna be waiting for a pullback to sell. USD JPY, so far nothing. And Euro GBP, nothing. Market update 144. We will check back in later.
What happened, man?
Why are you asking me the questions?
You're the captain.
Aren't you the co-pilot?
Yeah. Whatever I do, you're supposed to verify and make sure I'm doing right?
So I'm gonna ask myself and I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
I don't know. What happened, man?
Oh, I don't know. Enter the trade. Enter the trade again right now. Fix whatever we did wrong. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Didn't do shit. Fuck, man. We got margin called right now. Once again. Yeah. Let it out, bro. Let it out. Yeah.
Thanks.
we can sell this to get another account, if maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got margin called once again. So the account is currently right now sitting at $1,300 balance. What letter is that? I thought it was an L.
Imagine, no.
That would have been
I mean, actually,
an L for learning lesson. That's a 7 backwards.
learning lesson.
You've been trading very hard. I think you deserve this. I got you a little gift.
Is that a fucking double L? We got margin called. Right now the account is currently at the balance of $1,346. Equity of about $900. So today's trade we got margin called at $1,000 at a loss. And I believe we're gonna blow the account right now, honestly. So price has come back into this area. We have basically created the exact same rejection from this structure point, 177,500. And we're just gonna wait for the 4-hour time frame to see if we're gonna close above in the next hour and 16 minutes and see if we can reject it. If we reject it, I'll enter again. If not, we will set and forget. USD JPY, nothing. AUD CAD, massive push to the downside. We're gonna be waiting for some types of retracement to then for us to enter the sell. Everything aside from that was fine.
Dude, we could have closed at 5,000 in profit.
So why didn't we close yesterday? We were up 2,500. We were at 5,000. That comes at 5,000.
Let me explain, bro. Let me explain. So our take profit is where we close the trade, right? Because this trade had the potential to reach that area. You don't want to just look at the money. You got to look at it for the trade.
So yes, I get it. We could have possibly been up 5,000 at this point right here. But like that means that if we would have executed this trade and we would have closed there, we would have only been up a 1 to 1.5, which makes no sense. We always close our trade at a minimum
Of a 1 to 2 risk to reward, despite whatever you're doing. You get me? So if you're looking at it for the money, obviously it made more sense to close the trade out there, but it just risk to reward wise, it makes more sense to close it always at a minimum of 1 to 2. That's the math on how we're gonna complete this challenge. So
So what happened if we get margin call now?
like again, like on this position,
Yeah.
do it again.
Start it over.
Do it all over again. And if this trade goes back into profit now, we're just gonna enter new positions and continue to go. So pretty much for the rest of the day now, I'm gonna get the fuck out of this office because I'm like raging, and we're gonna come back tonight for London session. Check back in. I get it. Probably like, what the fuck? What happened? Are we good? This sucks. Yeah, it sucks. All I have to say is, shit happens, and we are all good. And I don't want to talk about anything else about it. Shit happens. Move on from it and talk about it maybe later. But for now, I really don't want to talk about it. Let's just continue back with the challenge, and let's pretend, and let's just put that behind us. So, set and forget it.
Again,
I know.
same thing.
I know.
Margin call.
Welcome. You've seen the patterns here, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of looking like me now, bro.
You think I'm
Yeah.
starting to look like you?
Yeah, you're starting to look like me. Your hair's kind of getting like mine. You know, you're kind of like, you're getting stressed like me, you know? That's good.
I think that's good, right?
You're getting in the vibe, yeah. But yeah, we got margin called earlier today. And right now the trade is in profit. So, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we technically did not lose the trade.
Yeah.
We just got margin called. Like, we're right about the direction, right about the entry, right about the stop loss. Since we're just overexposing our account, we basically got wiped out by margin, but not by the actual trade, yeah.
And it, like, but this is a common thing to happen, like in what we're doing, like account flips, or in general as a trading.
Yeah, if you're overexposing your account, you're very prone to getting margin called, and you still being right about the trade. But just because the trade goes into a bit more drawdown than you anticipated when you went to go risk on the trade, you can just take a loss. But yeah, it's a normal thing to happen when you are doing high risk trades like this. You get me? But when you're actually trading properly, risking 2, 3, 4, 5% margin calls, this type of stuff never happens, right?
Okay.
So let's break it down. Right now we have Euro AUD, where we are currently having a perfect retest of this area right now. And this is the trade that we took earlier. We were in a little bit of profit, and then we had a major retracement back into this area. This is where we essentially got the margin call. And if you notice, our stop loss was placed above these highs strategically in the event it did have this retracement. Once again, since we're in a high leverage trade, we don't have to make it all the way up to this high in order for us to take the loss. We could just take the loss because we're overexposed in here. So we're still right about the trade because it never hit our stop loss, but we took a loss because we overexposed ourselves. I'm gonna be waiting for this candlestick to close in the next, what does that say, 42 minutes. for me to make a decision if I'm going to enter this trade, just because right now it looks good, but not exactly what I need. Or maybe I just wait for an extra 30, or maybe for, I don't know, like an extra 11 minutes for this candlestick to close, or close a little bit more bearish. I need a little bit more in order for me to enter this trade. That's Euro AUD. AUD CAD, we've had an accumulation at this area, and the daily time frame closed with a strong daily pin bar rejection. And then we've had a massive push to the upside now, basically creating an almost equal wick, where on the 2 hour, 4 hour, it looks like it's creating a triple top, or it could be creating a left head, right shoulder. So I'm gonna wait for a bearish candlestick to then have the strong push to the downside. USD JPY, we never had the shift of structure, so we never took the trade. Euro GBP, we never had the shift of structure, so we never took the trade. And these trades were already gone. Euro USD, I'm very interested in it for it to have a reaction from this area here to then buy. So right now we're going to be waiting for some type of bullish confirmations around this area to then buy. Because right now we're up.
Hold on. So what would be like the best entry to have in this type of challenges, like you did on the 100 to a mil?
Like entry signals to enter a trade?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on the type of trade that you're going to take. So if you're going to take a scalp trade, you want to have a rejection from whatever area that you're going to be entering, and you enter on the rejection, and then that engulfing is basically your whole entire move. But if you are having an intraday or a swing trade, you want to have the rejection happen, the engulfing happen, and then that's your confirmation to enter the trade. The difference between both entry signals is one of them use the rejection as your entry. You're anticipating the engulfing push to be your profit. The other is you're waiting for the engulfing push to happen. So then there you enter the trade, and that's your confirmation. So it really depends on the type of trade that you're going to take. There's no real best entry confirmation. It just depends on the type of trade that you're going to take.
Okay.
So technically what we're doing now is, since we're waiting for that engulfing on Euro AUD, on AUD CAD, we're literally waiting for intraday's left swing trade.
And also, I mean, I've been seeing like a lot of head and shoulders. For example, look, maybe over there we're gonna form another one.
Yeah, potentially.
Is like that your favorite pattern, or like the one that you follow the most?
Yeah, head and shoulders for me is the perfect reversal pattern, and it's what consists of a perfect shift of structure, and it basically creating a perfect entry with a perfect stop loss. So yeah, the head and shoulders just happens to be a pattern, but it's also an accumulation of a perfect shift of structure. So yeah, for me it's the best on top of double tops, double bottoms, everything. We're gonna continue to trade that, and as of right now I think every trade we've taken is off of head and shoulders. With that being said, market update, 12:30 in the morning, about to enter London session real soon. We will see you guys
In the morning.
well, it's in a bit more morning.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because it's already like today.
Yeah, technically. So see you guys soon. Market update, bro. It is currently 11 in the morning. So we've been up for a little bit, but we've just been doing like other videos. So right now we re-entered a position on Euro AUD, and it's looking pretty decent. This is fucking bullshit, bro, because we didn't lose the trade. Let me just show you real quick, right? We did not lose this trade right here. Like this trade that we lost right here, we literally just got margin called. It's bullshit. This is the actual trade technically, because we never got margin called, right? I mean, yeah, we never got margin called. Price never hit our stop loss. We took a loss just because we over leveraged and we got margin called, but the trade is still right. We were never wrong about the direction. And last night, after the 4-hour closure with this massive bearish engulfing candlestick, I was not going to enter all the way down here because I always anticipate the wick pullback. We got the wick pullback, and then the 30-minute on this pullback, we got our perfect engulfing after retesting the structure level and then having the rejection from the EMA. So that right there is this entry right here that we then scaled into, and I believe this is going to continue having strong push to the downside. The only thing I don't like about this is that we have fundamentals today. So we have some CAD news, some USD news, but then we have some Australian news at 9:30. These news at 9:30 can have a big either add-on to this push to the downside, or it can completely reverse everything. If you notice, we are literally taking the same trade here, break, retest, sell, as we are right here, break, retest, sell. According to my calculations, we have about another, literally like the exact same couple 4-hour candlesticks left. We have the exact same couple 4-hour candlesticks left. We should have the news fundamentals do this, not the other way, right? But we never really ever know, so we're gonna wait for this to have that right there.
Now that I think about it, majority of the trades that we have taken that we've been like winning have been in the morning. Like, is that normal?
What do you mean more, or like
Like, yeah, 4 in the morning,
Like-
3 in the morning.
is that normal? I say it's normal for the market that we're trading, I guess. I say it's normal in general, yeah. Like, it's not that we only take trades in New York or only take trades in London. It just really depends on the trade. But taking trades at that time is normal, yes. But like, I don't always stay up for that, you know. Like, sometimes trades don't give me the opportunity in New York, and then I can tell that it's going to set it up for London. Sometimes I can tell nothing's going to happen in London, and then it sets it up in New York. It's not like I'm always up. I'm only up when I have to be.
So always like this, like the best session to trade on.
The best time zone to trade on?
Yeah.
It really depends on, again, there's so many different factors. Depends the day, depends the market. But if I were to pick a session to take a trade on, it would always be London, because if you take a trade on London, it has the whole entire push on London, and then it has the continuation push in New York. If you take a trade in New York, then it just kind of dies out after New York, then it picks back up. So I would really, like, for example, right now, this trade, they're in London, it had the push. The rest of New York should just continue to have it a push. Then the other session, it just trickles, and London session kicks in with then New York.
Okay.
Or it can literally just... and then we fucked up again. So market update, right now we are currently at 1900, about 3200 in profit.
It's funny, like yesterday, like at this time was not a good morning. And I mean, now look.
So for now, all we're gonna do is set and forget. So AUD CAD last night around this area, it did not give us the engulfing candlestick, so we did not take the trade. What price did is that we then had the continuation push to the upside. We never got a rejection here, so we never took the trade. Euro GBP, no break and retest, no sell. Euro USD, it is currently cooking up a perfect buy. I just want to wait for the daily time frame to close to see if I can use that in my favor. And last but not least, GBP NTD, we're just kind of fucking around. For now,
Set and forget.
trade update. Right now we're sitting at around
Ooh, it's looking good.
decent, about $2,500 in profit. Balance is 38. So if we would have not lost the first trade,
Don't even tell me that.
yeah, like if we do the sum of all the shit we shouldn't be losing, we'd be up so much money right now.
Like, not double, but like close to double.
No, we'd probably be up almost double. Like if we didn't lose the last margin call,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we
like,
would
at
have just
least
continued to
close.
hold. Yeah, we would be up total of 8 lots. Yeah, we'd be up a little bit more. But whatever. Market update. Currently, we are moving in our direction very well. Euro AUD is having very strong daily bearish engulfing momentum. I'm gonna keep holding to my take profit area. Right now, the 4-hour time frames had a very clean push. 2-hour, 1 hour having a strong push. AUD CAD, no signs of bearish movements. USD JPY still waiting for a break and retest to sell. Euro GBP, no break and retest to sell, and every single other market is kind of just not doing anything right now. So time for, you're gonna go hit the gym now, right? Or
Yeah.
sauna? I'm gonna stay out here to think of how the margin call affected us and how it affected our journey and how it minimized our profits to get there faster and how, I'm kidding, we're just gonna set and forget. See you guys. Market update. It is currently midnight right now. We are up about $2,000 in the account. So we're slowly cooking. This trade can potentially be our last trade for the week, kind of. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely.
So you're saying that trade can take us to the 9,000?
I don't know, man. I have to see how the next hour candlestick closes, the next 30 minutes. Based off of that, I'm gonna then determine if I close the trade or not. And if I close the trade, then we enter another trade.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if we were gonna just close that one and enter another position, or just
I mean, it really depends. All right, so let me show you guys, right? Here we have Euro AUD, and we've had a massive push from this neckline to the downside. Beautiful continuation, shift to the downside. Beautiful bearish push. Even we had the news have the retracement, retested this area, and it's still having the push. But you guys got to remember, like, this is a major counter trend trade. We did the counter trend trade up into this area because we have the left head, right shoulder. We're retesting the neckline and the structure where we can potentially now have the higher high push. Yes, we took the exact same trade, the break, the retest, and then the sell. But the market at this point had this area to be the first place where it can have the retest before having the push to the upside. Here, this is the first area where this market can have the retest before having the push to the upside. So we can't be greedy and expect for this market just to continue going down just because we predicted this one move right here. And this right here is our take profit, which is always a minimum of a 1 to 2, and we technically hit that. I just stretched it out a little bit and put it a little bit low. So I'm just gonna wait to see if it closes how I want it to. I might hold a little bit more, but I might might just close and then enter buys to the upside. I don't know. I need to see how price action plays out for me to make a decision here. AUD CAD on the daily time frame, we actually pulled back all the way to our entry where we were last week. Massive bullish push retracement back into this area, which I did not expect that, especially after the weekly time frame having a massive weekly bearish engulfing candlestick with such a large wick. The 4-hour time frame is indeed bullish on this retracement. Lower high, lower low, lower high, higher highs and higher lows all the way up into this area. But I might be interested in sells. Just going to be waiting for this to see how it rejects around this area. London session tonight is going to be crazy. USD JPY potential sells, still waiting for the break and retest below this neckline to then sell. That is yet to happen. Once that does, I'm going to be very interested for sells. Euro GBP, we did not have a break and retest below this area, so we never sold. Trade just kept going to the upside. NZD JPY on the other hand is very, very clean. We are retesting back this inverted head and shoulders, which is what I wanted at the beginning of the week to buy. We had the push for the buy, missed it. Now we can potentially enter the buys around this area now that it is retesting this area to potentially create another rejection off of this area of interest that is very well respected. AUD JPY is not quite there yet, so not super interested. And Euro USD, we are very interested in it, especially since we are having a reaction from this area right here. This is going to be a very clean level of resistance that can potentially be used as support. We're going to buy this trade to the upside. So I'm going to be waiting for this to enter the trade. And last but not least, GBP NZD has had the retest of this area where then it is now selling. Well, can potentially sell, but it had the retest exactly how we anticipated. We're going to be looking for sells. That was a lot of talking.
Yeah, it's looking really nice though.
I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. That's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
Because you could be tempted by the opportunities that are out there. We want to, like, the most important thing right now is to preserve our capital, right? We want to make sure we can close this as high as we possibly can. Right now, we're about 1,800 bucks. Once we close this as high as we can then decide if we're going to enter another trade.
And how long do you think it's gonna take for the other ones to get to the take profit zone?
I mean, usually it could take anywhere from, I mean, we've had trades go from like 4 hours to then like 4 or 5 days. So an average would be anywhere from like 1 to 2 days, more or less. Like there's never like a concrete timeline on a trade.
Okay.
How long it could take.
And after we finish with this trade, like either if we close it or it takes profit, are we gonna risk again 100% on the next trade?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it'll depend on the trade. It'll depend on how much profit we close on this one. The goal for the week is 9,000, and we're at 3,000 if we close right now. So technically, we would need another 1 to 2 on the trade. Maybe we'll risk like 50-60%. It really would depend on the trade. Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
As of right now, let's market update for London session at midnight. We'll check back in the morning.
Bro, why is this not focusing on that?
Is it not fucking focusing?
No.
Why? Why?
I guess.
Are the profits not fucking focusing?
No, it's
what
not.
about now?
It's still not. Oh, there we go. There we got it.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Market update. It is currently 6:06 in the morning, as you guys can see to the top right hand corner. So I am just recording this on Zoom right now because everybody's asleep. And honestly, I don't really want to like have the guys just be up sitting here next to me for no reason. Like I've been literally, like I fell asleep like this with my head down all night for like the last 2-3 hours. And I decided to do the market update now instead of wait till the morning. So I'm just going to screen share and show you guys where things are. Let me show you guys. We executed, well, we closed out on the sells exactly how I anticipated. Basically, if we waited for that 4-hour candlestick to have that closure, we were then going to enter the buys, and then we entered the buys, right? So just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to break it down right now on Euro AUD. So 4-hour time frame came into this area. I'm already seeing how it's going to close with a bullish pin bar. I'm already seeing the 1 hour have the 1 hour engulfing, and as that's happening, I said boom, we got to close it, close the trade. And then I basically broke down earlier how I could anticipate this trade to have a push to the upside. We are taking a counter trend trade in this move right here. Price could have a reaction from the structure point, from the neckline of this head and shoulders. And that's exactly what happened. Very impulsive trade. I basically anticipated for London session to do exactly what it's doing right now. And I'm going to look to get out honestly, simply because I don't like this area that we're in right now. Obviously, whenever we're below it, we're selling. Not saying that I don't believe believe we're going to continue to push up, but I think we are going to have a retracement before we push up. And truthfully, I'm tired of seeing my trades go into loads of profit and then me not close it there. Like if I would have closed this trade all the way at the bottom here where I should have, I was just being extra greedy. My account would have probably been up like a 5K. I would have risked more on this position. I'd probably be up like 15K right now. So I'm low-key getting kind of tired of constantly just overstretching the trade. And it's crazy because when I'm supposed to, it doesn't work. Or not that it doesn't work, but when I'm supposed to just, I don't do it, and then it has the crazy, you know, 1 to 10 risk to reward. And when I do it, then what ends up happening is that the trade actually has a complete, you know, reversal. So this trade right here, we had the engulfing went to the trade, and we waited for a little bit. I think it was 15 minutes. Yeah. We got a little bit of a push above the structure level right here, and yeah, we waited for that. Right now it is currently 6 in the morning. You guys can see live price moving down here. It's 6:15 in the morning, and all I'm going to continue to do right now is to hold. I might close this position in the next 15-30 minutes. I'm just waiting for, I don't even know if I want to wait for this candlestick to close, because I believe New York session is just going to have the retracement, honestly. So I might just close now. I don't know, I'm going to wait for this 15 candlestick to close. If it closes engulfing or some bearish momentum, I'm just going to completely close it and then just let the trade do its thing. So yeah, pretty boring explanation, not gonna lie, but market update, 6:10 in the morning. I'm literally seeing the sun come up, barely on any sleep. We're up about 4 grand right now, and we're gonna continue to set and forget, but I might close very soon. All right, I'm back. It's funny because I'm literally talking to myself, and you can see how it's daytime now. Like I'm literally just sitting here and I'm watching the sun come up, and I haven't fucking slept anything. It's 6:22 in the morning, so what, like 15-20 minutes from the last update. Last update was at $4,000, and I'm literally seeing my profits just like trickle away. I'm literally seeing the technicals, and I am completely understanding that this is gonna reject this area exactly how I said, and that this market is literally going to have now a higher low to then have any higher high. I should lock in these profits before. So I'm going to close this live right now here with you guys. So it's literally projecting exactly how I anticipated. I just want to close this live with you guys. I want to do this live with you guys here. Bulk operations, close out positions. Fuck, man. Fuck. We didn't stay at $6,000 in profit, bro. By a fucking dollar, bro. Fuck. I need to get some rest. 6 in the morning. I haven't slept anything. I will check back with you guys in a little bit. But for now, this market is having a reversal. If it has another pullback into this area, I'm then going to be interested in buying. AUD CAD, I was interested in selling, but really didn't like it as much as Euro AUD. USD JPY, no breaking retest, no sell. Euro GBP, nothing. ANZD JPY, nothing right now. Hasn't given me a strong engulfing as a confirmation. Euro USD, no strong confirmation to enter this trade just yet. I want to wait for this daily to close, even though the 4-hour looks good. GBP NZD did not stop here. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll check back in later. Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning. Last night I was in the war room by myself, and we got shit done.
Yes.
Now, honestly, bro, like, I get it. So last night, everybody was fried, right? Because we haven't slept for like 2 days. And on top of that, I know you're on the diet. The diet's kind of fucking up.
We're starting the fasting already.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, like, you can see the physical change in your face, dude. Like, if we could pop up some clips of like his fluffy face when you pulled up, bro. Now you look
better. You
look like a man now, bro. Like, bro, you look like a dude. You get it?
Feeling testosterone.
Well, it's too much testosterone this close, right? Like, there's a little market update. I mean, you guys already know what's happened last night. We closed out the position at 5,999. And let me show you guys where we are right now. Just to show you guys, like, bro, literally people inside of my community catching these trades all of the time. This guy said EA buys. Thanks for the update. There's always people that are delayed and don't see stuff. But look, let me actually show you guys what it looks like on the Telegram. So, like, literally yesterday, last night, I sent it, right? So, like, all right, guys, market update.
Market update.
So it is pre-London session right now. The account is currently sitting at about 3,200 in equity. So what a fucking week so far, right?
It's been a week already.
It's been a week, and I think it's gonna be another long night, right? So quick market update on Euro AUD. As of right now, we have had a very strong push following yesterday's London session. So our last update was very precise. We entered off of this retest continuation push, and I believe this was just another lower high to then continue pushing to the downside. I don't dislike entries here. It is extremely high risk and I don't recommend it at all. I believe that this right here is going to potentially have a reaction from this structure point. So have to keep that in mind because the daily time frame could be creating this potential higher low, retesting this neckline around this area to then continue pushing to the upside. We have to remember, we are taking a counter trend trade and we have to know where our limit is and where we get out. We can't just think just because we caught a single move right here, we're gonna catch the whole entire thing. So keep in mind that from this area right here, we can especially buy. We can also have some sell. Just be on the lookout for it. I'm gonna keep holding it just for a little bit longer before I make my decision on what I'm going to do next. You guys can literally see that we called it yesterday to perfection. And after this retracement, we closed. Here we entered and then it had to push. You got literally like me being tired last night made me close this out and not continue to hold. If I would have continued to hold, not only would I not be up only 5,999, I'd probably be up a little bit over like 10.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Wow.
Yeah, easily $10,000. AUD CAD continued to have a push. Honestly, not even that interested in this. And then continuing from this, USD JPY, no breaking retest, no sell. Euro GBP, nothing. NZD JPY is currently cooking up a potential entry. Just gotta wait for this daily time frame to close because I don't like how that is right now and I don't want to buy against such a massive big red candle. I believe it's gotta cook up a little bit before that. Euro USD, as of right now, it's cooking up as well. I don't think this trade's gonna be ready this week because I don't want to buy after a bearish candlestick. If you have a doji like this, you anticipate a continuation push from that. You don't anticipate for it to have a bearish push to the downside. And last but not least is GBP NZD back up into this resistance area, exactly how it was last week, where we could potentially enter the exact same trade literally again right here. So we're gonna be waiting for some price action to enter this trade. With that being said, that's the market. Yeah, so I fell asleep probably like at 7 in the morning and I probably woke up like at 11.
And now that I was not here last night, I mean, let me ask you something. Why we actually like, what did it show you that you wanted to like get on the buy?
On your AUD last night? So basically we had this trade is bullish, right? It's lower low, lower high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Inverted head and shoulders. We have the neckline. We currently retested the neckline. And then when we go down to the 4 hour, you can literally see how price basically bottomed out and it created a rejection. We have our engulfing candlestick. And then when we go, we have the engulfing and morning star formation. And when we go down to the 1 hour, this is like the secret sauce and a lot of people know, which is going to be like the timing of it. This happened right at the beginning of London session. This is a perfect break, retest. The news event had a massive rejection along with the EMA from this area. It then had a bearish push to the downside. That should have continued going down with the impulsiveness of London, and it did not. So since it completely engulfed all of that, I expect for London session to continue having this push to the upside. Now towards the end of the London session is where I anticipated for New York to have the retracement, but it actually just kept pushing it up to the upside. So I entered this trade just purely because of volume, and one, because it's the actual trade I should be taking. I should be taking the trade following the trend, and because of this price action right here.
But then why didn't we keep holding?
Because I believed that this was a strong level of resistance right around here, and then that it was gonna have a retracement, right? Last time, whenever we're below it, we reject, and technically we were below it when we were there, and I was seeing rejection candlesticks, so I decided to just be a little bit more conservative and
more cautious.
Yeah, because if not, like the last thing I want to do is continue to have trades go into profit and they all come back or break even. Like this literally happened to us with every single trade. This trade right here that we were in, when we were all the way down here, was in profit probably like almost $3,000. We closed for $1,000 in profit on that trade right there. So with that being said, set and forget. We'll see you guys later.
I'll give you $100 right now if you could dunk at that height.
No, I cannot do that. I don't.
What about like a couple inches lower?
Maybe. You wanna try?
Yeah, let's try it out. All right, we have there at half an inch.
Can I stay hanging?
Yeah.
You sure?
It's not my rim.
Because I can. Oh,
What was that?
I'm trying.
Bro, all that hype for nothing, bro.
Nah. Not today, man.
So that's the only way you could dunk, huh?
All right, boys, market update. We look a little messed up because we're playing some basketball right now. Late night session. It is currently 1 in the morning. No trades in the account right now. Everything is exactly the same, but we got some anticipations for London tonight. I'm going to be on the more conservative side simply because it is the last session of
The week.
and we want to make sure that just because we want to hit like a dollar goal, we're not forcing something that
Of course, yeah.
supposed
to
to
not lose more than for being greedy.
Exactly. All right, so let me break it down. All right. AUD CAD having the perfect pullback up into this area again to be interested in sells. Right now, the 2 hour, 1 hour is having what looks to be like a head and shoulders. Daily time frame close as a clean daily bearish candle. Might come back and create a rejection from that EMA, but I'm not going to be taking a trade here because I want to see how the weekly closes. Your AUD right now, we are having a continuation push. Really nothing that I can do here. USD JPY, no break and retest, no sell. Euro GBP, nothing. NZD JPY. So we waited for the daily time frame to close. We had a perfect closure at this area of interest. The 4 hour time frame had a massive bullish engulfing candlestick. We even came back, created a perfect higher low retracement with a 1 hour engulfing, and now we're having the push. Honestly, I did not enter because we were playing basketball. Yeah. So I wasn't even I missed on the trade because we were fucking playing basketball. Charge it to the game. It's okay. So this trade is pushing to the upside. If we have a little bit of a retracement, I might consider entering it. I don't want to chase it. If we have a little higher low, I might enter, but chasing it is definitely not the play. I don't really want to enter late on it. Euro USD, same exact thing. We had a beautiful engulfing from here. The daily time frame closed with a beautiful daily bullish pin bar. This is why you have to wait for the price action to play out. But I'm not interested in entering right now just because we're already so far from where I would have entered the trade. We're 30 pips in profit, and my risk to reward would completely change if I would enter up here. So I'm not interested in this one either. We technically missed it. If we got a little pullback, I might enter it. And lastly is GBP NZD. So we're having the exact same rejection from here, how we did from this area here. So I might be interested in selling here, especially after the 1 hour had the 1 hour double top, 1 hour bearish engulfing. And on top of that, it's technically had a shift of structure. This is the higher low. Shift of structure, we pull back, we could sell. I'm gonna wait for this 1 hour time frame, for this 4 hour time frame over here to close in 11 minutes, so we can see if we're going to determine if we're going to enter this trade or not. So far it's looking like GBP NZD, honestly.
I don't think it's worth it. Do you think it's like ideal? Actually, like you have all the experience. Do you think it's ideal to enter the trade?
Honestly, if the trade makes sense, it makes sense, right? Like just because we were up a certain amount of money doesn't mean that the market is fully aware of that, and it doesn't mean that what we did previously has direct correlation to our next results. Our last trade have no direct correlation to our next trade. So we could have won 10 trades in a row, doesn't mean the next one's a win. We could have lost 10 trades in a row, doesn't mean the next one's a loss or a win or whatever. So just because we had a great week doesn't mean that the next trade is going to make it a bad week or even better week. So we got to just treat the trade for what it is, and in the next 7 minutes we're going to be able to determine if it is. So yeah, I would honestly say, is it worth it? It's always worth it if it makes sense.
Okay. And now, if we do enter, are we gonna risk 100% again?
Probably. Honestly, not really. I think that would be stupid, you know? Yeah. Because if we're to be like Tuesday, fine, sure, whatever. But I think since it's like the last couple of hours, we should risk like 20-30%.
Okay, if it's already Friday, I imagine.
Yeah, I know, 100%. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, I agree. So it depends on the trade.
Okay.
So we'll check back in the morning.
Morning. I look fried, bro. I think this is the first night in 4 nights in a row that I've slept a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
I got my full 5 hours of sleep, bro.
Insane.
Like, you know how good it feels?
That's crazy.
You know when they say that when people sleep a lot, they grow?
You feel like you grow how much?
Oh, I'm taller than you right now.
No, yo. Is it real for real?
Yeah.
Okay. So that.
Like, I believe in myself, bro. I believe in myself so much that last night we literally avoided the bullshit because of me sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Market update right now. It is currently midday, so we still haven't taken any new positions in the markets, but we avoided many losses. We missed out on one trade. No big deal, right? So AUD CAD last night, hypothetically, let's say we would have taken this trade down here at London session. Price would have came up, took it out of stop loss, and then continued to go to the downside. Truthfully, I would have not placed such a big stop loss on this market just because the risk to reward would have never made sense. I would have not expected for this market to have this whole move in the last couple of hours of the session. So the market is setting up, like this is the most insane alley-oop we are getting for next week right here. Like this is literally Dwayne Wade passing it up to LeBron, LeBron coming behind the back and just boom. LeBron's still in the Miami Heat, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I think he just won MVP like last season.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. This right here is the same play happening right here. We're about to get MVP because of this layup alley-oop we're fucking getting. AUD CAD. Next trade is going to be, well, technically this trade, we just avoided this wick out. Next trade is Euro AUD. Never in a million years would I have anticipated this mammoth of a candlestick after having major rejections from this neckline of the head and shoulders and this resistance level. So we anticipated the sell, and then we anticipated the buy because this was a counter trend trade right here. And then this is the trade continuation. I exited around here because I expected for the daily time frame to create a small retracement. So then next week it has the push. I said, yeah, fuck that. We're just gonna continue having the push, and that's what we're looking like right now. Massive bullish pin bar to the upside. Daily just barely in a retracement and kept going. This sucked. If we would have kept holding this, we'd be up so much more money right now, but it is what it is. USD JPY, no break, no retest, no sell. Euro GBP, I'm good. NGD JPY, we had to wait for this daily time frame to close as a strong pin bar, and then for us to anticipate for this trade to have a reaction. So after this bullish engulfing last night that we had here, which we would have entered here, price actually came back, gave us a little bit more confirmation, but basically what I said, I don't expect this to have the move right into the last couple of hours of the week. And Euro USD is the exact same thing. After the trade had this bullish pin bar, we had a retracement literally an hour ago, and this retracement went back to our entry point perfectly and rejected, head to the upside. There's no way in hell that this has that red full-blown candlestick and I say, fuck yeah, let me enter. You know, it's just not gonna happen. So avoided this trade or missed out on it somewhat. And then lastly is GBP NZD. GBP NZD is a perfect example of if something doesn't work 2-3 times, don't try and do it again, right? Because this, like after a strong rejection of an area like this, and we come back and we reject it and we come back again, like this means that this move right here was just not strong enough. So why is this gonna do it again, right? I was just a little bit speculative about it. It was just not clean last couple hours of the session. Alex G, personally myself, of 2021, 2022, even 2023, maybe even last year, maybe, I would have lost this trade. 100%. Like I would have taken this position because I would have just think, okay, you know what? It's happened multiple times. Yeah. It's gonna happen again. And I say that a lot. That's true. But it's how is it doing it again? And this did it again by having a literally massive daily bullish engulfing candlestick. There is no confirmation rejection here. This had the exact same daily bullish engulfing candlestick, but then it had a daily rejection candlestick after the move. And even after that, we still had a liquidity grab before the actual move. So yes, I say it all the time that if it happens again, it should happen again. But it's how it happens again. Should it happen again? So my decision making around trades like this has saved me a lot in the last couple of months.
Now, with how the market has been, you know, like the last couple of weeks, you think it's gonna keep going like that? Like when it comes to volatility?
I don't know if it's gonna be like that, because usually out of the month, or historically with the Biden markets, there's 4 weeks in the month. Obviously, there's 2 good weeks and then there's 2 slow weeks. We've already had the 2 good weeks, so following that theory, we should technically have then 2 bad weeks coming up. Yeah, not bad weeks. Yeah, slow weeks, right? So I can anticipate next week to be a bit slower. I'm just going to be a little bit more conservative on the trade, meaning that I'm going to wait for them to have a little bit more confirmations before entering them.
Having that in mind, right? Supposedly a challenge ends in 2 weeks. Do you think we're gonna be able to get to the goal, to the final goal, now knowing that we have like 2 maybe slow weeks?
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna get to the goal no matter what.
No, right? I'm talking about in just the 2 weeks.
I don't know about 2 weeks. I don't know. That means that next week we would have to turn the 6,000 to 18,000. Then the week after that, the 18,000 to 100,000. Yeah, there would be no way. We'd probably need like 3 more weeks. Or if next week we somehow turn the 6,000 to like 25,000, then the next week we could turn the 25 to 100. I mean, you know, fuck it. You know, it really depends on next week. If next week goes really well, we'll be good.
And listen, maybe it's just as volatile. Maybe this is a historical month.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that'd be awesome, dude. I would love that to happen, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. It's currently noon, and let's see what we do for the rest of the day and how the market closes.
All right, boys, time to take a smoke. So the way we're gonna play today is if you get hit once, that's not out. Like you only get out when you quit. You can get shot 4 times, and if you want to get out, you get out. But if not, you don't. Sound like a fair deal?
Sound like a fair deal.
We'll see about that.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect. And I heard you on so-and-so, you not a threat. Cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family. So they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number, all of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset that they show some respect.
That's it for the week, boys. Week 2 in the books. Week 3 next week, our goal is to take 6,000.
Hold on.
Hold on, let's make sure we're not fucking lying to anybody here. Let's make sure we're not being fugazi right now. 5,999 and 2 cents. 12,000 or 18,000 would be the final. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to see the behind the scenes of the whole entire journey with David, join the WhatsApp and Telegram down below so you can see how this happened in real time. That being said, thank you for watching. I got smoked, they got smoked. Now we're gonna smoke the market next week. Set and forget.
You have anything
What
to
he
say?
said. What he said.
You gotta drop some
Set it,
notification
forget.
like the last video.
Drop some shit.
Drop some shit, like one video.
Off the dome. Off the dome.
Go. Get that lighting in his face. Get the golden hour. Go, say something.
What is off the dome?
Like off your head.
Your head. No, but with the sun in your face, bro.
So it's more majestic.
3, 2, 1, go.
Trust the process.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Listen, I didn't have time to think.
No. I had to say something inspirational. You have like 15, 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
I have nothing to say. Hold on.
I got it. Even in times of war, how we are now, there's a way on how to make peace, whether before, during, or after. And that's exactly what we're doing here. You see how none of that made sense and it still sounded motivational? Let's put like some inspirational songs. Set and forget.